So you've decided you want to start investing with your very next paycheck. Every expert will tell you that there is no time like the present to get started. But how exactly do you get started? The investment and finance world can be a lot, even for seasoned veterans. What is the ideal game plan? Welcome to Personal Wealth. This is a tough nut to crack, but don't worry, we come prepared. Beginning investors often come to the table with the right intentions, but the wrong questions. How much do I need to invest in order to make $1,000 a month in return? Well, unless you have 300 grand lying around, it's going to be a bit of a process to get there. Wise investing takes time. Investments are like a garden. It takes time for them to grow. You've got to watch over them and put in some work to cultivate them. But just like that backyard victory garden your grandma had, it is absolutely worth the investment. What is an investment broker, and do I need one? Technically, yes. An investment broker is like a realtor for investments. They act as a go-between, helping their clients make informed decisions and create a portfolio that works for them. While they can be incredibly useful, they do come at a cost. Trading in the market does require a brokerage to make investments at some level. However, the digital age has made it easier for investors to decide how involved they want their broker to be. Full brokerages come at a premium, but bring their expertise and advice. Discount brokers, for a smaller fee, will simply execute the trades their clients order. And finally, there are various brokerage apps that allow investors to act as their own brokers and make trades from their smartphone. So, do you need a broker? It all depends on what you're looking for. If you're just getting started and you're investing on a budget, the last two options might be the way to go. Invest for the right reasons. Investing with the right intentions can sometimes determine how your investment plan grows. Obviously, growth is a key factor. Investing for the long term means investing for income as well as growth. This added focus will help you diversify your investments and maintain a balanced portfolio, one that is capable of weathering the ups and downs of regular market activity. How much should you invest? With payday coming up, the next question is, how much should you invest? Conventional advice is that you should be saving and investing 10 to 20% of your income. However, that is not feasible for everyone all the time. This is where your personal budget comes into play. How much you can personally put aside is different for everyone. It is important to remember two things when you look over your budget. The first is that it is better to invest a little right away rather than to wait until the right time. Your investments are how you create the right time. The other thing to keep in mind is the advice of Warren Buffett. Pay yourself first. Don't save what you have left over. Save what you can afford first and then do your spending. If you stick to your budget, you should be able to make consistent investments, and you'll start seeing growth sooner rather than later. Where should I start? Believe it or not, by this point in the process, you already have. You've determined how much you can invest, and you've dedicated yourself to sticking to your budget. Some of the hardest steps are already behind you. However, the next steps are still crucial. You've got to do the research. If you have a broker, you can confer with them about where to put your first investment. If you've gone the DIY route, utilizing the resources at your fingertips is a must. Find industries and companies that interest you and look at their market patterns. Considering mutual funds and ETFs is always a good way to diversify your portfolio right off the bat. Familiarize yourself with the terminology and find sources you trust to help teach you the ways of the financial world. Speaking of sources you trust, we work hard to earn and maintain your trust. Your financial future is important. Tap or click the subscribe button below and allow us to help simplify your journey towards financial literacy and becoming an investment guru yourself. Investment strategies. Now that you've dipped your toes into the investment pool and you've started to familiarize yourself with the landscape, it's time for a more direct plan. Up until now, your strategy has consisted of arming yourself with information. The time has come to take all that information and use it to map out your path to financial success, to take your next paycheck and start creating your future with it. Invest in stocks that have reasonable dividends. It can be enticing to dip into higher-yield, volatile stocks, but your big-picture strategy should be locking down stable dividends. This may seem like obvious advice to some, but for many, the stock market is a gamble, like a slot machine. They see it as a thrill, and this can lead to some absolutely disastrous investments. Keep your eye on the prize and maintain that growth and income balance. Try to hold at least 10 different stocks and hold them for a minimum of a year. Put your money in and let it do the work. The market ebbs and flows, and the natural growth patterns typically take at least a year to start showing real returns. My funds are limited. Many middle-income homes will be investing on a smaller budget, with smaller sums being placed in the market. In that case, diversifying is essential. Every dollar is exponentially more important when you're getting started with limited funds. Bonds, mutual funds, real estate, and ETFs can often be your best bet right away. With a set-it-and-forget-it mindset, you can truly invest in your future with minimal risk. These plans tend to make your money go further in the long run, despite not showing the exciting returns of some other investments. With a budget, a little bit of research, and an investment strategy in place, you will be set up for success. Hop down into the comments and let us know what your first investment will be. Any veteran investors out there, are there any important tips you'd like to add? Shared knowledge is shared wealth. We are Personal Wealth, and we will see you in the next video.